Kalamazoo Police, we're concerned about your welfare. If you're inside, please answer us now.
This isn't the first time this happened. I've lost another boyfriend before when I was 16.
It was the exact moment Kimberly slipped up that gave detectives a crucial lead in her boyfriend's murder. Gabriel Martinez, a 31-year-old man, was discovered shot dead just outside her apartment. But this wasn't the end. This was just the beginning of an intense investigation.
Squeeze my hand if you can hear me. Squeeze my hand. Okay, he's barely responsive.
And I could see that he had two bullet-like holes on the right side of his chest and one exit wound, which appeared to be an exit wound from a bullet on the left side of his chest.
That would soon unravel more than anyone expected. Numerous clues initially aligned with the murder's timeline, but what came next turned the entire case on its head.
You either are the person that shot and killed Gabe, or you're somebody that knows who did it, okay?
On July 25, 2017, Michigan police received a chilling 911 call at around 2:05 a.m. regarding a fatal shooting.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I'm up in Washington Square Providence. I think a guy just got shot. He's outside begging for help. He's right by the Howard Store parking lot.
What do you think that he was just shot?
I heard a shot, and he's just laying on the ground right here by these cars.
You see a man lay on the ground?
Yes, he's sitting right here yelling, help.
See, I've got some officers heading that way now.
Okay. He's laying out for a little right now.
Officers rushed to the scene, uncertain of what they might find. When they arrived, they discovered a man fighting to breathe after being shot.
Stay with us, buddy. Stay with us.
Need one more person with hands, please.
This blood trail would indicate from experience that the victim was not shot in the location where he was found.
Check his lower half, see if he has any gunshots down there.
Absolutely.
It was at this point that I really went into paramedic mode.
Can you talk? Squeeze my hand if you can hear me. Squeeze my hand. Squeeze my hand. Squeeze my hand. Okay, he's barely responsive. No, dude. No. Yep.
They immediately began CPR in hopes of saving his life. Paramedics arrived shortly after and managed to stabilize him before taking him to the hospital.
He's breathing now. Hey, get us a backboard. Roll him your way. So load and go.
Once at the hospital, doctors took swift action, moving him into emergency surgery.
He's still breathing. We're just expecting his pulse.
So he's got 2 gunshot wounds here and 1 exit.
I saw the exit over there.
During the procedure, they found his ID, revealing he was Gabriel Juarez Martinez.
We got another bullet. We're working on it. Oh, perfect. Thank you very much.
It was at that point that we saw that his name was Gabriel Martinez.
Despite all efforts, Gabriel didn't survive. His death was officially ruled a homicide. He left behind a heartbroken family, a mother, a wife, and a daughter. Back at the scene, police began their murder investigation. They sealed off the area, preserving the crime scene, and examined the location where Gabriel had collapsed. A trail of blood nearby indicated that Gabriel hadn't been shot at that very spot. He had crawled there.
Took us a minute to find him.
I bet.
So, he was actually between the black car and the Buick. There's a little blood over there, so I don't know where the shooting happened.
Hey, Sergeant Holdwick. It actually happened right over there.
Okay.
And there's actually a big spot of blood on the ground
All
right
right,
there,
let's-
so I'm going to grab some more tape.
Yeah, grab your tape then.
Yep.
Officers began canvassing the area for any evidence or witnesses. Close by were several apartment buildings. Detectives believed someone might have seen or heard something, so they began knocking on doors.
Hello, sorry to bother you.
Hollered at him. I told him to get out my yard and ran back towards Grace. That's exactly what I told him. Then another guy ran back. About 5 minutes later, I sat there and watched for a little while. My back window was there.
Okay. Can you describe the first male?
No, he had on a hoodie, and that's all I know. Black hoodie. I know he's black.
Black hoodie, black male, white pants, and then the second guy.
Yeah, he had on dark color. I couldn't catch exactly the dark. He went straight down over towards the race. And I don't know if he was trying to cut through the yard, but I stopped him.
The first male, was he heavy, taller, shorter?
Thin guy. This was both of us thin guys. Probably anywhere from 5 feet to a little over 5 feet, something like that.
Did you hear the gunshots?
Yes, I did.
And then
exactly exactly at 2 o'clock at 2:01. No after.
Okay. And it was
2 shots, but I knew they were gunshots where it went out.
Eventually, they spoke to a man who had witnessed the shooting and had made one of the 911 calls. He explained that when he confronted the shooter, the man fled east on foot. While useful, this wasn't enough to identify the suspect. Time was running out. Detectives turned their attention to Gabriel's past, hoping to uncover a motive. That's when they found out about his ex-girlfriend, Kimberly, also known as Kelsey. What stood out even more was a previous complaint she had made about Gabriel. Just days before the murder, Kimberly had called the police on Gabriel.
I arrested Gabriel on a warrant after his estranged ex-girlfriend called in that he was stalking her at work.
She claimed he had shown up at her workplace uninvited, making her feel uncomfortable. She had him removed. What seemed like a minor incident at first was now starting to feel much more serious. Detectives wanted to talk to Kimberly, and as they dug into her background and located her address, their suspicions deepened.
She lived in the apartment building that bordered the crime scene where Gabriel's body had been found. I could not avoid seeing that as a possibility that Kimberly knew something about the crime, was a witness to the crime, or had some information as to who could have targeted Gabriel.
With a search warrant in hand, they headed to her apartment, not knowing what they might find. They brought a SWAT team with them. As they moved cautiously through the building,
There's a lot of things that are going through my mind at that time. Could she be a victim? Is there a suspect inside of there that's lying in wait?
the possibility that Kimberly herself might be involved loomed over them. After unlocking the door, they called out, announcing themselves.
Kalamazoo Police, we're concerned about your welfare. If you're inside, please answer us now.
From inside the bedroom, a calm voice replied. It was Kimberly.
Is anybody else inside here? Just you? Can we come back there and contact you, please? Thank you.
Kimberly was still in bed even when we opened the door, which was kind of suspicious.
What struck them was her oddly calm demeanor. She remained in bed, not reacting to the chaos around her. This raised red flags. Was she pretending to be asleep? Before questioning her,
Can I check to make sure no one else is inside this apartment? Okay, thank you. Clear here, clear here.
I just want to make sure that you're aware we came inside because we're concerned about your welfare and safety, okay? Is that all right with you that we're here now checking on you?
Yeah.
All right, I appreciate it.
the detectives combed through her apartment, but found no direct evidence linking her to the murder. Still, something felt off. They asked if she had anything to say. She said no, but then she spoke about her relationship with Gabriel.
Has anybody contacted you in the last hour?
My boyfriend.
Who's that?
Go ahead. His name is Gabriel. French.
No.
And made a surprising comment. This wasn't the first time she had lost a boyfriend. This shocked investigators.
This isn't the first time this happened. I've lost another boyfriend before when I was 16.
Okay. Who said anything about losing a boyfriend?
They hadn't yet told her Gabriel was dead, yet she already spoke as if she knew. This suggested she had prior knowledge of the murder. They requested Kimberly to come down to the Kalamazoo Department of Public Safety headquarters.
Are you willing to come down to our headquarters and speak with some detectives?
Would you,
No, because I'm tired.
mind sitting on that apartment? We're gonna hold it.
Okay. We kind of got a serious situation going on
Okay,
here.
but I didn't do nothing.
Okay. Nobody's saying that you did anything. Okay.
So why do I have to go downtown?
Listen, nobody's telling you you have to do anything. So
I just got out of work. I'm tired.
we're just asking basically to help us out, for your help. Okay. Well,
Could you tell them that? Could you at least go down there and let them know?
So all I do is walk in and say, I don't know what happened, and I get through.
Though hesitant, she eventually agreed. During the interview, she said she returned home around 12:55 a.m. after work and was alone for the night.
So you've been in a dating relationship with Gabriel, is that right?
Yeah, since last February.
Since last February, okay. And you didn't have any other contact with him after 12:55? Okay, and no other contact with anybody else after 12:55? Okay.
What's the real reason why I'm here?
We've got to start someplace, right? And usually we start with family, girlfriends, friends, people that know something about the person that has been a victim.
So what happened to him?
Nobody told you?
No?
Shot and killed.
Detectives closely observed her when they finally informed her about Gabriel's death. She broke down emotionally.
You didn't know that, huh? I'm sorry. We assumed you did.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Her reaction convinced them she wasn't acting, and they tentatively ruled her out as a suspect.
Take me home!
Can we just talk to you for a few more minutes, huh? Just ask you some more questions. I know it's hard, but this is really important. We need to find out who did this. All right? You didn't hear any shots tonight, didn't hear anything like that? Okay. Any idea who would do this? Has he got enemies? You got a beef with somebody right now?
Still, she was their only possible source for a lead. Kimberly admitted that she had cheated on Gabriel with multiple men, casting doubt on her honesty. Could her betrayal have played a role in his death?
We're starting to think that there's a little bit more to this story as far as some of these people who Kimberly is involved with.
When asked about the night of the murder, Kimberly appeared clueless. Detectives found this hard to believe, especially since the crime happened just outside her home. Detectives suspected that Kimberly's infidelity was central to the case. Lead detective Karen Rivard took over the questioning.
And you said there's 3 guys that you're seeing right now? Okay. Does Gabriel know about any of these other guys?
Gabriel was always like, I don't know why you just don't tell me you're seeing somebody.
Yeah, he knows. Then doesn't he?
I just always told him, I was like, I'm not seeing nobody.
Kimberly admitted to having relationships with 3 other men. She became more open with a female detective, revealing that Gabriel had suspected her of cheating. This strengthened the theory that her actions may have provoked the deadly encounter.
She was definitely telling me portions of the truth, but I was very critical of the details that she was not providing.
To test her knowledge of the crime, Detective Rivard showed her a photo from the scene. Kimberly said nothing.
So, do you recognize this right here?
Yeah.
What is that?
That's my window.
Yeah. And what's outside the window?
My car with the tape line.
Right. And your car's in the parking lot, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the parking lot where Gabriel was killed. And you're telling me that you did not hear or see what happened? Don't believe it. Not good with it.
Well, I'm telling the truth. Can I please go home?
Realizing she wouldn't cooperate, detectives shifted focus and reviewed neighborhood surveillance. A breakthrough came from CCTV footage at a gas station near the crime scene. In it, Kimberly's car was seen parked.
We watched the video and we saw a Buick pull into the parking lot.
We're able to get the plate, we run the plate, and who's it registered to? Kimberly.
Something she failed to mention earlier. Even more troubling, there was another man in her car, Ellis, someone already known to police for past offenses.
One of the people in the vehicle is a subject who I'm familiar with. I've dealt with in the past. And that individual's name is Ellis.
Detectives found Ellis sitting on the stairs of a residence in Kalamazoo. When asked to come in for questioning, he refused.
It's a free environment. I can walk where I want.
That you're putting your child in this circumstance.
I ain't.
which concerns me. The fact that he's present here is a concern.
So they interviewed him on the spot. Confronted with the footage, Ellis denied being the man in the video.
We know that you have some valuable information to the investigation. I do not think that you did anything wrong.
I don't know nothing. I ain't got nothing to give you. I'm sorry though. I understand what you said, but I don't know nothing about that.
Have you ever had anybody gunned down in the street in your family? Anybody killed in your family?
I used to be around that type of stuff, so I don't know nothing about
Yeah, that's a crap. You told me that crap last time.
I don't be around that type of stuff.
You're all the time around it. Where are you standing right now? I think this is my first day as a cop.
So, I can stand where I want to stand. It's a free country.
Stuff happens here all the time. So you
Not
are
with me.
around it. You are
She
around
didn't say it happened.
Right, so it don't matter.
But you're around it.
I ain't around nothing.
Ellis was also just attempting to stay true to not cooperating with the police.
He seemed nervous, and despite efforts to calm him, he gave no helpful information.
I never lied about nothing.
I didn't say you lied.
No, I'm just saying.
I know you don't want to. I know you don't want to be involved in it. What I think happened that day is that you were in the wrong place in the wrong time. And you saw something that you did not want to see, and you probably want to forget. Right? Is that fair to say?
He offered an alibi, claiming he had been with his girlfriend, Samantha. Detectives tracked Samantha down and brought her in.
So when's the last time you saw him?
The day they called me.
The day they called
And
you?
He had to tell me why they just had to drop him off at the house.
What day was that? You don't even know?
I don't remember.
How long ago was that?
Maybe more than a month ago, because he was in my apartment and we don't stay there anymore.
So you haven't seen him in a month?
No, because I'm pregnant and I didn't want nothing to do with that.
She and Ellis weren't together anymore and hadn't even seen each other recently, destroying his alibi.
So go on. You're saying
I
that.
asked him if he knew who it was,
Mm-hmm.
and he said he didn't.
When shown the gas station footage, Samantha confirmed that the man was indeed Ellis, but she denied knowing anything about Gabriel's murder.
He's not in any trouble. He was there. He knows what happened. Can you message him right now?
I hope you don't have his own phone. He has to use Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay. When do you normally talk to him?
Whenever I see he's on.
Can you see if he's on right now?
Oh.
Can I see?
He was on. I don't feel like I need to show him.
Okay. Well, you realize that this is a very serious investigation.
I know, but don't have anything to do with me or my family.
And I don't understand what he's so afraid of. Because he's not going to get arrested. He's not in any trouble.
He's afraid of the snow.
With no help from Samantha, detectives shifted gears. They obtained a warrant to search Kimberly's car. Inside, they found something unexpected: a stack of traffic tickets belonging to a 21-year-old man named Cornell Head. This raised new suspicions.
Several things in the car that we found were items that belonged to Kimberly. We also found belongings that belonged to Gabriel Montanez. And we also located a spent shell casing. That spent shell casing was a .40 caliber, and that .40 caliber matched the wounds that Gabriel had received during the homicide. Remember, I told you I have some more questions about the investigation, so we might as well kill two birds with one stone, right? Mm-hmm. What I want to do today is give you the opportunity to clean slate, start over, okay? I need you to tell me. I want it to be your story. I want you to be the one that's speaking for you, not somebody else.
I don't want to go to jail.
No, nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that. And we don't want to see that either.
They called Kimberly back in, Clearly nervous, she eventually broke down under pressure.
And there's either two spots that you fill, okay? You either are the person that shot and killed Gabe, or you're somebody that knows who did it, okay? Which one is it? You know? Okay. So what do you know? Tell me about that night.
Oh, no,
Well, this is a homicide investigation, okay?
I don't want to go to court.
Okay. Well, let's worry about that when the time comes. There are
If I have
ways.
to go to court, I'm just telling you right now, I will kill myself.
Okay.
Detectives asked her to write down the killer's name. What she confessed was disturbing. Cornell was the man she had cheated on Gabriel with. He had been in the car with her and Ellis that night.
Sure.
I don't want to go to court.
Come on, we're doing good. You're doing good here. Let's stay on track. Let's focus on what we're doing here today. Okay? What's the name? Okay.
So you pull in, and is Cornell waiting there for you? Outside or inside?
After leaving work, Kimberly picked them both up. They went to McDonald's, then a gas station, and finally to her apartment. As they parked, Gabriel appeared at the car window. As he opened the door where Cornell sat, Kimberly heard 2 gunshots. Gabriel fell to the ground. Cornell had pulled the trigger. Detectives quickly tracked Cornell down. He was already in custody in Chicago. When they interviewed him, he learned for the first time that Kimberly had also been seeing Gabriel.
Did she tell you that she had seen Gabe the week before? When he first got back into Kalamazoo? She didn't tell you that? She probably didn't tell you that she slept with him twice that week too, did she?
I know she did, because she goes straight to work and come back. And she called me every time.
So she's lying to me, telling me that she slept with him? That can't make you feel good. Knowing that she was seeing him behind her back.
He had no idea. Cornell changed his story, saying Gabriel hit him first and that he shot in self-defense. But the law didn't buy it.
Do you remember, do you fire when you're still in the car? Do you shoot the gun when you're still in the car? Or do you shoot the gun when you're outside of the car?
It was like, I don't know, it was like both.
Okay.
I was still sitting down.
Makes sense. So then you get, where does he go after you shoot him?
After he opened my door, they would run off. After he hit, he'd go like this.
You can try.
Now he like, boom.
Cornell was charged with second-degree murder and sentenced on November 6, 2018, to 30 to 50 years in prison, plus 2 years for 2 counts of felony firearm charges. Gabriel Montinez's story was one of betrayal and heartbreak. His death devastated everyone who knew him, but none more than his daughter, who would grow up with only memories that felt stolen from her.
My daughter had her quinceañera, and that is a celebration of turning 15. It's a celebration of becoming a young lady. And her father, Gabriel, had one of the biggest roles. That's just one monumental highlight of my daughter's life that he's going to miss. He's going to miss walking her down the aisle. He's going to miss her first baby. He's going to miss when she graduates high school or college. There will constantly be reminders of how much we miss him and how he was taken far, far too soon.
Me and my dad did like to go shopping a lot. We just shopped for lots of things. We shopped for anything that we saw that we might like. But mostly he was a shoe addict, so we mostly shopped for shoes.
Cornell's crime of passion didn't just end one life, it shattered several others, forever.